Hi, and thank you for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. At the beginning of this week, we started focusing on Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. I hope you've enjoyed it. This week, we've really dived into the Beatitudes, which again are 9 verses found in Matthew chapter 5 that starts with blessed are and finishes with for they. It's really cool to see what Jesus was teaching his disciples on that mountain that day and how thousands of years later we can learn such deep truths from his wisdom. I want to read to you another Beatitude today, and this one is Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. It says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." You see, there's something that sets Christianity apart from every other religion, and it's how we receive righteousness. Righteousness is right standing with God. It's what allows us to go to heaven and be with God for eternity. Without righteousness, we're seen for our sin and what separates us from God. But you know what? Christianity is the only religion that doesn't receive righteousness through our good deeds. Think about it. Everything else is like a list of rules and regulations, and if you do this and if you don't do that, and if you have better karma than the past and all these different things, if it outweighs your bad, you'll make it to heaven. You'll be seen as righteous. And it's this fear-based concept of hoping that you do enough good. But that's not how Christianity works. In Christianity, righteousness is never earned. It's given. It's given by the blood of Jesus. It's given by nothing that we've done, but actually realizing that we can't do enough. It's through Jesus' blood and sacrifice, a perfect sacrifice, the righteous sacrifice, that he takes our place and pays the price for our sin. Think about how you received righteousness. When was that day that you recognized that your good could never outweigh your bad? When was the day that you recognized, you know what, me trying harder won't make a difference? This is when we begin to recognize that we need to hunger and thirst for the things of God. When we've received salvation and we have a personal relationship with him, it's like he puts this desire inside of us to be close to him, to pursue the things that honor God, to turn away from sinful desires, to turn away from temptations. They're still there. They don't necessarily go away, but our desires change. And this verse beautifully reminds us that we're blessed when we hunger and we thirst for righteousness, for the things of God. Why? Because they will be filled. Seek God today. Seek God for him to fill you with his presence. Right there where you're at, in the car, in your bedroom, sitting at the kitchen table. Spend time with Jesus today. Desire the things of God. You know, you're going to feel physical hunger. You might feel hungry right now. And that reminds you to go and get a snack, to eat lunch, to pause and take a break. Today, are you feeling a spiritual hunger for the things of God? That, hey, I just need to pray. I just need to get into the Word. I just need to spend some time talking with a Christian friend about what God's doing in my life. Hunger and thirst for God. He promises that when you do, you'll be filled. Hey, thank you so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Hope to see you tomorrow at Shrewsbury Assembly, right in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania. Pastor is continuing on his series called Make Space. It's been really challenging as we focus on God's intention for our finances. You can also catch it online. Otherwise, next week, don't worry, Monday we'll be back with you and we'll finish out the Beatitudes that week. We'll see you then.